What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? If you're on the East Coast, it's late. Uh, if you're watching the NBA playoffs, Minnesota just got done wiping the floor with the Denver Nuggets. It was an annihilation. It was a beatdown. It wasn't even close. Shortly after the first quarter, towards the end of the first quarter, Minnesota just completely did whatever they wanted. Honestly, Ant-Man, Jaden McDaniels, Karl Anthony Towns, Michael Conley. They ran the floor like they were varsity against JV. I was blown away. I actually at one point felt bad. Jamal Murray looked like an old man out there. Other than uh, Joker, which even he made so many errant passes, bad passes, like throwing the ball around. But at least the rest of the time, he didn't really look overwhelmed, but the rest of the team really did until the fourth quarter, where finally Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr. settled down. Maybe they'll have a rhythm going into game three, but or maybe it was just because Minnesota just backed off and just didn't care anymore. But this was unbelievable. Towards the end of the second quarter, the entire Denver team was gassed. You saw Jamal Murray keeled over and dribbling the ball, trying to slow the pace, shielding the ball for 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds at a time, just trying to gain his breath. This team was gas. Ant-Man is crazy athletic, crazy strong, and in crazy shape. You can see him get gassed in the third quarter, but in the first two quarter, he comes at you like a fucking battering ram. And if you're not prepared to stop it, he's just gonna break through you. This dude is crazy. I can't remember the last time I saw anything like it. It was like, I hate to give LeBron credit, but maybe like a young LeBron, a young Kobe, and a young Jordan. The relentless energy and athleticism, both on offense and defense, is absolutely crazy. Ant-Man just absolutely gives you the fucking business. He didn't even have an awesome game offensively. I mean, it was fine. I think he finished with 27 points, but it was just his energy, just unrelenting energy, and it is so contagious. The rest of the team just started playing with it. It was like Ant-Man was everywhere, but it was like, oh, that's not Ant-Man, that's Jaden McDaniels. Oh, that's Conley. That's Karl Anthony Towns playing with that type of energy. And then off the bench, they had Naz Reid come in, and he made some shots I didn't think he was going to make. Finished with 4 threes. NAW, he had 14 points as well. He's a plus 11 off the bench. And these dudes just crushed Denver. They're going to score here like it's 2012, 106 to 80. Literally, Denver got punched in the face. They didn't respond. It's hard to tell if there was anything to take away from the third and the fourth quarter where they kept it close. It was basically a tie game at that point. The third and the fourth quarter, I think it was basically even scoring. But the second quarter, 33 to 15, I mean, they lost that by 18 points. Like that's ridiculous. And then the first quarter, they lost by 8. So they're down 26 points after 2. And it was just crazy. The energy. You could see the deflation. Jamal Murray, honestly, he looked like he was just completely outmatched. He finished 3 of 18, 0 for 4 for 3. He did fight for 13 rebounds. Good for him. Only 2 assists from your point guard, 4 turnovers. He couldn't create. He couldn't separate. He's a minus 16. Not that that says much because everybody in the team is a minus huge. Joker, he gave you 16 points on 5 of 13. Like, what is that? And the other takeaway from this game, guys, is there was no defensive player of the year out here. Rudy Gobert did not play. And like it's been argued in the past, and I don't really think it's fair, although God, it's tough to tell when a guy may be crazy good on D, but he's not necessarily as quick and athletic as the rest of the team. And without him, this team was smothering at an insane pace with such a crazy tenacity, the on the ball pressure, cutting off the lanes. The refs let them get away with so much. If you watch the highlights, like, man, was it physical. They beat the crap out of each other. I don't know which way it goes or if the refs are calling it straight up. Um, but without Rudy Gobert, this team held Denver to 80 points. I don't even know the last time Denver's been held to 80 points. I bet we'd have to go back almost a decade. Like, that's ridiculous. Um, are they better without Rudy Gobert? Probably not. Do they have more energy at times without him? Probably. He's bigger, slower, a guy that plays within the pace of the game, but the rest of these guys are young, hungry, crazy killers. And Ant-Man told you he's going to kill anybody in his way, and it looks like he meant it. This game was surprising. I picked Denver. I don't even know what to do going into Game 3 and Game 4. Do I just pick Minnesota at this point and just give up on Denver? After the two beatdowns in a row, I don't know how Denver can come back, honestly. Um, it looks like they're just completely overmatched physically. Uh, Jesus, Minnesota was so good. Honestly, watching that game in the second quarter, I was just speechless. I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. Um, you look at the turnovers, you got 1 for Gordon, 4 for MPJ, 4 for the Joker, 4 for Murray, 1 for Caldwell Pope, a couple on the bench, 16 turnovers as a team. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Very uncharacteristic of them. You look for the starters for Minnesota, and they were much better. Other than Ant-Man, who had 4, but he handles the ball a lot, and he tries to force some things. But 4 turnovers, you can live with that, but you can't live when 3 of your starters have four turnovers. Free throws, let's take a quick look at free throws. Denver got 18, they hit 13. Minnesota only got 14, they hit 9. Not a ton of free throws. Like I said, the refs were letting them absolutely play hard. You got playoff physical basketball. I was thinking in my head, maybe you could have Reggie Jackson start this game and just play crazy, crazy ball pressure on Ant-Man. He's athletic. He's young enough. He's quick. Just exhaust himself, just playing crazy, crazy, crazy pressure on Ant-Man. And then he limped off the court and into the locker room. It didn't look good. His ankle's got to be turned bad. I think it was an ankle injury, but I don't expect him to really play. So now they lost their backup point guard. Reggie Jackson is going to be out of this series probably, at least out of the next game. Again, he only finished with 3 points tonight. He's been having an awful series. But if you could just send him in there on just a sheer mission, just for crazy tenacity, because that's what it's going to take. You're going to have to literally play the type of defense where you try not to let Ant-Man get the ball. And you guys ever play basketball, if you've ever been to the courts, you know how frustrating it is. Even if the guy's not good, even if he's not a skilled defender, but he plays D, so that it's hard for you to touch the ball, and hard for you to get the ball, and you just constantly have to be running, going around screens, trying to just even get to a point where you can accept a pass. It's fucking annoying as hell. If Denver could have somebody do that to Ant-Man, other than that, if I was going to make adjustments, and I'm Mike Malone, I think you don't have Jamal Murray bring the ball up the court. I think you have Aaron Gordon, MPJ, or the Joker bring the ball up the court. The Joker, we've been told that he's unbelievably conditioned. If that's the case, you're going to have to let him do more. You're going to need more than 13 points and 16 points I mean, 13 shot attempts and 16 points out of the Joker, 8 assists. Honestly, I said it before. I think I said it in my last video. This dude's going to need to average 40, 15, and 15 for Denver to have a chance. Minnesota's defense is so fucking good. It is insane. I thought Anthony Davis was a good defender, but this Minnesota team is a good team defense, and they are on a mission. I don't know who the leader is in this locker room, but this team is on a mission, and they are straight assassins right now. If you have to play them, watch out because they're not fucking around. You guys, let me know what you think. What can Denver do in Game 3? Do they have any chance, or is this series over? They're going home with a two lead advantage in a 4-game series, so that's going to be real tough. First of 4, they already have 2 going home. Let me know if you think they have any chance, what they can do. Let me know in the comments what you would do if you were Denver. What type of adjustments would you make? How good is Ant-Man? Is he top 5 in the league at this point? Is he proving that maybe he's MVP over Joker? Is this series showing something? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much. You guys have an awesome fucking night. Enjoy the rest of these playoffs.